So, I would like us to discuss this topic today because I have been receiving lots of messages about it. A lot of women are complaining that their husbands are now dumping lots of bills for them to pay. Not like their husbands lost their job. There are some men with self-esteem that feels the moment you have money that you should now be able to cater for the house. Then they will not be using their money to fund the lifestyles of their side chicks out there. There are lots of men that don't like it when they see that you have money. I said it in my previous videos where I talked about how to money from a stingy spouse. So, like I said in this video, I am going to tell you things you need to know in order to protect yourself from being forced to pay bills. Not like pay bills is bad though, it is not bad, but what is bad is when a man is capable of paying the bills, then he will now dump it on you as a wife just because he knows your salary or because he feels you're now doing in business. Whereas he will now divert his own money into chasing women or into other things. So traditionally, it is the responsibility of a man to take care of family. Whereas the wife will support in her own ways and look after the home. That is traditionally because woke people now believes in 50-50, which I still do not have any problem with, because every family is dynamic. What works for me might not work for the next person. The goal is for husband and wife to live in peace. So, but for this particular video is channeled women that are complaining that being paid in their place of work, he now abandoned the bills for them. So I wouldn't want such a situation again to happen to our single ladies or newly married. First of all, when it comes to marriage, there are people that are very open to each other. Like, they know what they are earning. They know how much they are being paid in their jobs. They know how much they are earning in their businesses. And they come together to join hands and build their home, mentally, physical, financially. Whereas there are some men rather, once they know how much you are earning, once they know how much you are being paid or how much you are making in your place of work, they get upset. It triggers the anger in them that the next thing they will do is to start looking for a way to make you spend those money. That is what happens when you now see a woman that will say, hey, my husband is doing, but he now made me a breadwinner. They are married to them doing well, but unfortunately those men now made them become breadwinners just because they decided to assist the man. From assisting the man will now start withdrawing from his responsibilities. There are lots of men that them footing the bills and taking care of the home gives them joy. It gives them joy doing it. So you as a woman, when you notice that you doing all those things is kind of getting your spouse upset, let it be. Allow him to do his job. Okay? So first of all, in order to avoid man making you foot all the bills in the house, even when he is capable, first thing you need to do is to study the kind of person you are married to. You have to first of all find out the kind of person you are married to. How does he feel? How does he feel when you tell him something good that happened to you, or something good that happened in your place of work, or something good to your business? Does he feel excited, or do you see him trying to get upset, or his mood changed? Or you have to study your spouse's attitude towards good things happening to you. How does he react when you go to shop and come back and tell him, oh, I made sales today? Does he feel happy, or does he feel sad, or does his mood change? How does he react? That is number one. The attitude of your spouse towards good things going on in your life should be able to enable you know whether you should continue telling your spouse those good things or should you keep it to yourself. Yeah? I repeat, first thing you have to cross-check is how does your spouse feel when you tell him or her good things going on in your life as a man or as a woman, but you are focusing on advising women. How does your spouse feel when you tell your husband that you just got promoted in your place of work? Is he excited or is he angry? If you go to your place of business and you made lots of sales and you come back and tell him, oh honey, I made lots of sales, or customers, be like customers wanted to pursue me out of my shop, I made so much money. Is he happy to hear such news, or will he frown and now start coming up on ways to take that money from you? So you have to watch the attitude of your spouse towards good things going on in your life. If you notice that his mood will automatically change whenever you tell him good things, stop telling him. Okay? Stop telling him. That is one way to protect yourself. If you notice that whenever you tell your spouse that you got promoted at your place of work or you made so much money in your business and his mood changes, stop telling him. Because the more you tell him, the more he gets angry, the more he will devise of ways to make you fix that money or spend that money without you having a savings of your own. So that is number one. Number two is this. If your spouse is the type of person that doesn't like to see you have any money, like he's always monitoring you, monitoring your account, monitoring anything you do with your money, trying to make sure that you don't have any money of your own, what you have to do is stop leaving your money in your bank account. There are so many things, you can fix your money somewhere. That's why in Nigeria, banks, they have things like treasury bills, fixed deposits, and the rest. You can just gather your money, go and fix it in the bank under treasury bills or under fixed deposits. How they operate is this. Let's assume you have 1 million and you want to do treasury bills. They will give you an interest rate, maybe 15%, 16%, 17%. Then you will go and fix it in the bank. And they will debit that money and only leave your interest for you. In the sense that maybe if you did for like 6 months or a year, they will debit you, and after 6 months or a year, when your contract expires, they will turn back your money into your account. So if you notice that you are married to somebody that doesn't like to see you have savings or have money of your own, always wanting to make you spend any penny that enters your hand, you have to be one step ahead of him by making sure that you do not leave any single money in your account. Even if you leave any money in your account, maybe just more money that you can use to sort out some things. Your huge capital, you have to fix it somewhere. If you don't want to do treasury bills and the rest, you can go into real estate, like buy maybe land or something. Because some men rather don't like it when they see that you have money. It makes them feel like, oh, my wife, she don't get money now, small time now, she no longer respect me, small time now, any little issue, marital issue, she will now carry her bag and leave. Oh, this one now is making money now, any little issue now, she will now go and rent an apartment, or she will now start challenging me. That's the mentality of some of these men. So if you notice that your spouse has that kind of mentality, like a woman is not supposed to have money or save money, you have to always be one step ahead of them. So that's number two. Number three is this. How some women suddenly became breadwinners is just like this. From honey, we need gas, there is no money for gas. We need to pay school fees, there is no money. We have not paid school fees. The husband will say, okay, pay after I refund you. Buy gas after I refund you. Do this after you do that after I refund you. From there, the woman will be doing. When it comes to refund, the man will not refund. So if you notice that your man is doing well and you are married to a man that doesn't like to see you spend your money, like as in a man that is trying to turn you into a breadwinner, once he says you should pay school fees after he refund you, and you know that the ones you have done before he did not refund, tell me you don't have any money. You should, if the school proprietors or whatever is disturbing you, just collect your husband's number and give it to them, let them be calling him. You realize that by the time they call him today, call him tomorrow, he will rush and pay. But if you are the kind of person that any little thing you will pay for this, with the hope that your husband will refund. At the end of the day, he might not refund. And from there, you will continue paying. Before you know it, automatically you don't become a breadwinner. It's a different, it's a different ball game if Your husband is jobless, or maybe he lost his job, and you decided to, to be doing those things till he bounces back. It's a different thing, unlike when you are married to somebody that is okay, whereas he doesn't play his roles very well because he feels you have money. Most women who are suffering today because of this is because they're trying to show their husbands that they have money, forgetting that before you let any man know that you are capable, you are financially okay, you are this and that, you have to check the mentality of the person. How does he feel when he sees that you are doing well? Because the men that you let them know that you have money, that you are capable, they will just leave everything for you. That is when you will see stories of women that are struggling. They are doing everything, footing all bills. Their husbands are capable, but the man is not being supportive again. The same man has so much money that he will use to go and rent an apartment for a lazy girl that doesn't have money to take care of herself. Meanwhile, this man finds it difficult to bring money at home. Eh? But because he feels that his wife is very hardworking, he will now divert the money into another thing, probably using it to chase girls or rent apartments or open business for their side chicks, whereas their wives are suffering. That's why I always tell men, if your husband is okay, is financially okay, allow him to feed the bill, foot the bills. What if you feel like, as in, you always have this urge to support, you can support via buying kitchen utensils, or even taking good care of yourself as a woman. You can support by buying kitchen utensils, but you see those ones that has heavy load on it, like food, all those things. Allow him to do his job, paying school fees and the rest. Allow him to do his job. Some women will be like, oh, let me buy this, let me do this. As you are doing those things and you are married to a man that feels you having money is more like you trying to challenge him, he will just leave everything for you. As he leaves everything for you, he will now go outside and be doing it for somebody that cannot even take care of herself. It's happening. I see a lot of these things here in Lagos. And if I go and check some of those men, their wives are more of all these hardworking women that doesn't believe in waiting for a man to do that. Not like it is a bad thing to be hardworking, but sometimes allow yourself to relax and let that man do his job. Don't allow all these things you see on social media about why will you allow a man to pick all the bills, why am I blah 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 blah, how bills are killing men. Yes, bills may be killing some men, but some of these men they are talking about, if they are not spending it on you or your family, they are still spending it on someone outside. It's still that same bills. People will say bills are killing men. If you want your husband to live long, blah blah blah. If he's not spending it on you, or if you are pitying him because bills are too much, outside he will still spend it. If his family members are not calling him, his friends will be calling him. If his friends are not calling him, relations will be calling him. If relations are not calling him, even strangers, he will still spend it. So instead of you doing and pitying him, and you end up turning yourself into a breadwinner because you are pitying a man that doesn't hesitate to even spend it outside, you go lose. You will be aging so fast, and the person you are pitying will be busy flexing his life outside. You are the one that is going to lose. So if you don't want to be turned into a breadwinner as a woman, allow your husband to do his job. Let him be. Forget about all the people saying bills are killing men, blah blah blah. Is it not still on social media that we read almost 99% of men have side chicks? So if the bills that he's paying in his house does not kill him, what about the ones that he will be spending outside for those of them that shit? So one thing must kill a man. If you feel like supporting him because he's a good man, that's good and fine. But if you look at him and you see that he's that kind of person that the moment you put hand, the moment you support him, he will leave everything for you, hide your money. That's what I keep telling women. If you notice that he's that kind of person that once you try to support him and he will do everything for you, just kukuma do what? Hide your money. Even if you want to support, maybe let's assume that in your kitchen, maybe in your turning gari, that one does spoil. You can easily replace it. He wouldn't know. But all those major bills that you know that if you do it, he will know. Leave for him. If a man that is doing well is not spending on his family, just because you are pitying him, just be rest assured that he's spending it outside. Yes, a lot of men, it gives them joy when they are providing for their families. There are also some that once they know that you have money, they will try to make sure you spend everything. So that is why I keep telling women, study the kind of person you are married to. Study how he feels when he knows that you got promoted in your place of work, when he knows that you are earning so much money from your business. How does he feel? There are some that will keep borrowing their wife's money. Okay, oh, you will tell him, oh, I just got promoted from my place of work, and they are paying me so amount. You'll be telling him with the hope that you are getting your partner or your friend, without knowing that he, on the other side, is planning on how to collect that money from you. So after you are done telling me, oh, I got promoted from my place of work, I'm so happy, they are not paying me so. Next week, he will now come and be like, oh, darling, please, I have a project. Can you please borrow me so millions? I'll pay you back. Now, so you go to borrow him, and he will not pay back. Before you know it, no savings, nothing. Whereas there are some men, people that you would, oh, I got promoted from my place of work, and you're so happy, he would encourage you to invest wisely, to save. And even if there is any expenses within the home, he would like you to support. He will come up with it and tell you, okay, babe, see if you can be able to buy this. You will know that you are dealing with somebody that is reasonable. Unlike some people that you will tell that you made so much from your business, he will now find a cunning way to collect the money from you, or to now make you to pay school fees. He will start giving you one excuse or the other on how my business is not moving, or so, whereas they are all lies. Because his intention is to make you to spend that money. As you are busy spending your own, you will now be flexing his own outside. That's what is happening. You will see a woman, she'll be driving to car, whereas the husband will go and buy one chassis for the side chick. Sometimes, in as much as these men are, as in the people doing these things are kind of, they are running mental. If you check the background story, you will see that some women are enablers. Because if you study a man you are living with and you have find out the kind of mindset, the kind of mentality he has, it will help you know how to deal with him. It will help you know how to deal with him. If he's not providing food, he's providing for another person. That's just the bitter truth. So before you start trying to showcase, say you be strong woman, independent woman, study the person you are married to. If you want to showcase, say you have money, you can buy, you can pay fees, study the person you are married to. Before doing anything, study the person you are married to. If he says you should help him sort out these bills, after he will refund you, he did not refund today, he did not refund tomorrow, he did not refund the next day, and you did not do anything about it. That is how you keep paying. And that's how many women became breadwinner today. Because they were trying to show support to a man that has another intention. It's not a bad thing for two people to come together to join hands and, build their families, pay bills if it's working for them. But there are some people, some men, that the moment you show them that you are capable, that you have money, forget it, they will just abandon everything for you. You complain, they will ask you, what are you doing with your money? That's what they will ask you, because you made them know that you have money. But had it been you studied him from the onset and you got to know the kind of mentality he has, it will now have to know how to protect yourself. But if you come and show him that you have money, when he doesn't like seeing a woman with money or a woman that has money, he will just come up with a plan on how to collect that money from you. I read a story on Facebook about a woman that said she was supportive, a virtuous woman, got married to a man, and within 3 weeks, the wiped out all she has and the man ran away. He relocated. So up to today now, it's been 5 years, she has not set eyes on the man. Yes, it happens. Even though life happens, but still, we have to, women, especially young ladies or single ladies, especially those that have money, have to pay attention. No matter how pretentious some of these men tend to be, there will always be a way that they will expose themselves. There will always be a way they will expose themselves, and when they do, it is left for you to advise yourself. There are lots of people that will come on social media and say, why would a woman hide her money from her husband? Why would a woman do this, do that? When I see some of those posts, I will laugh, because, people that are open to each other will never understand what people that never understand what other couples are going through. a lot of women do have good intention towards their spouse. They want to be supportive, they want to be there for their spouse, they want to help them shoulder some responsibilities if they are going through life issues and all that. Whereas some men would rather see you being supportive as an avenue to now dump everything on you. And by the time you realize what is happening is already it. And you cannot withdraw because you can't see your children hungry and you will not bring out your money. When your husband already knows you have money. Or you cannot see your children being sent out of school and you will not pay bills because your husband already knows you have money. Even when he has the money to foot those bills, or he will rather leave it for you because he knows you have money. And that is why a lot of women hide their money. That's why a lot of women hide their money, because he will tell you, okay, hey, please, my wife, I don't have money and I pay school fees, I'll refund you. He will, before you know it, he will not refund, and you keep paying. That is why a lot of women are breadwinners today. That attempt of trying to support a man, to foot some bills, to do some stock up the house, the man will now see it as an avenue. Oh, my wife has money. Oh, hey, let me now pocket my own. I'm using it to flex life. He will now cajole into buying, into paying bills. And before you know it, it's too late. So you need to shine your eyes. Study the kind of person you are dealing with. Study the kind of mindset he has. How does that when you tell him good things going on in your business or your place of work? Is it only when you tell him something good that he will now come up with an idea or come up with a project or for you to come out to support? Is it only when you tell him something good going on in your life that he will now frown his face or tell you, oh, please pay children's school fees or I'll refund you? He will not refund you. So you have to study all those things. Sometimes, even when he's in the midst of his friends, the kinds of conversations they do have, listen to it. That will also enable you know the kind of person you are dealing with. Sometimes, even when you are having a discussion with you, he might not be sincere with you. But when they are in the midst of their friends or they are having a conversation with their friends on the phone, if you pay attention, that should be able to give you an idea of the kind of person you are dealing with. Because it's much easier if you know the kind of person you are dealing with. You will now be able to know how to protect yourself. The Bible actually said men should love their wives, while women should be submissive. But these days, women are doing more of the loving. And you know, when a woman loves, most times they will lose their senses. And that's why a lot do suffer. Because men, we are the ones commanded to love their wives, while women, we are meant to be submissive. But these days, a lot of women are doing the loving. They're doing the loving and the submissive and the virtuous, whatever, on top. And at the end of the day, they still suffer. So men are meant to do the loving. Monitor how he reacts when you tell him something positive about your family. Monitor how he reacts when he sees that you are progressing. Monitor how he reacts when you realize that he doesn't give you that positive energy or he doesn't feel happy towards your progress. Pin your mouth. If you notice he's monitoring your account, monitoring your salary, monitoring your movements when it comes to money, close your mouth and find another way to divert your money. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be supportive at home. Don't get me wrong. You can still be supportive at home. But so far as he's doing well, allow him to foot the bills. If you decide to go and start footing the bills just because you feel you have money, just days, I give you highest 2 years, you'll be the one footing most of the bills. I'm not just making this video because I want to talk. I said in my previous videos, I am surrounded by women, a lot of women. I have them as friends, I have them as acquaintances, I have them as social media distance. Like I said, people always find it easier to tell me their problems. So I have interacted with lots of women and I have realized where their problems are coming from. Not being able to read people's energy. Okay, some people are not talented in that aspect. Watch people's attitude towards when you tell them things. Because I could remember a woman now a breadwinner. She's paying school fees, footing all the bills. She said that one statement she said when her husband started a business for her, because she was actually pushing, she wants to do business. Because initially, the man actually didn't want her to do anything. And the man wanted her to be a housewife. But she, as an industrious person, and she told me that there is money in her lineage and in her destiny. So she pushed. The man started a business for her. When she started a business for her, the man didn't believe that the wife will succeed in that business. You know, there are some men that will start a business for you and you'll be praying for that business to crash so that they will now have something to hold on to, that they will now use and be mocking you, or they will now be using it to make a case. It happens. There are some women, you will start a business for, unfortunately it will not do well. It will close. The man will say, okay, now you don't do business. Now your body don't come down, sit down for house. But this particular lady, the husband started a business for her. She was doing so well in the business. The husband did not even expect it that the business would boom. Do you know what happened? Okay, the wife unfortunately didn't read the sign, because according to her, she said the first time she started making sales in the business, she told her, she just sold 100 pairs of bags. So the husband's mood changed. But unfortunately, she felt maybe the man is having maybe problems in his business or something. She didn't know it was because of the good news she told him. So the first time she told him about how she sold 100, the husband's attitude changed at that moment. But she didn't take it serious. It was when she now started from buying bags at Balogu market, now she started importing, that the husband's character now showed in full. From somebody that used to buy bags in the market at Balogu, now she started importing from China. You know what happened? The husband now said, it is now time for us to share bills, 50-50, since we are now making money. She told me initially she didn't have any problem with doing 50-50 since she has the money. But as time progressed, from 50-50, the man started abandoning the bills for her. When she complains, the man will not tell her, am I not the one that started that business for you? Shebi, you are doing well now. What are you using your money to do? Oh, you want to be diverting your money to your family members. You want to be... It's still because she opened up to the husband that she wants her sister to go back to school, that she also wants her brother to go to China and see if he can start up something there or start important things there. She was very open to the husband about her movements, about her plans towards her business and her family members. But unfortunately, the man was just thinking about something else. He was just thinking on how to make the wife to spend all that money on the family. I'm not just making up this story. This is a real life story. Now, the wife, she's now telling me, she told me that she's now the one paying like 90% bills in the house. And the man is just using his money to be flexing, doing fine boy, carrying women. Though she told me even before she started the business, the husband has been chasing me. But now it has increased. But she's now focused more on her business and her children. She has 4 kids, 3 girls and 1 boy. So you have to read these men's attitude when you tell them something. If you tell them something good about you, about your business, about your job, and you know that his mood changed, or after a day or 2 days, he comes up with how you are, there's a project you need to support, or how he wants to borrow money from you, or start telling you to pay for this or that, that should tell that, see, this man, he has another motive. So as a young lady, as a woman, you have to learn to protect yourself. If you marry a good man that is open to you in terms of his finance, and he's trying his best to provide for the family, and you feel like supporting, it's fine. But if you marry a man that is very corny, or is suffering from low self-esteem, or even a narcissist, you just have to study his own pattern. Study it and not follow him. Know where, that should enable you to know when to hide your money. Hide it. Hiding your money does not mean you should not support. Or if you see something in it, like I said, those small things you can always support. But you see those heavy ones, so far as he has the money, allow him to foot those bills. Let him foot those bills. That's his responsibility. That's his responsibility. Decide to go and form strong woman or virtuous woman by carrying load with you. He will abandon everything for you. A lot of women are breadwinners now. Some, it was because of their kindness. They thought they were dealing with a responsible man. But unfortunately, some of them saw it as an avenue to leave everything. Especially when those men are doing well. Remember, like I said, it's a different ball game if the man is out of job or is still looking for a job. Sometimes, when you become over supportive, trying to show a man that you have money, you even end up making that man to become lazy, because he will no longer find that zeal to work hard in order to provide for the family, because he feels the wife is capable. That's why some will lose their job, their wives will take over, because probably their husband loses their job. And when the man sees that, oh, my wife is capable, he will not relax. And that is why you will see some women, they will tell you that since their husband lost their job, he has not been able to find a job over 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. Maybe because he saw you were carrying the load without complaint, to relax. But had it been that you are that kind of person that when you wakes up in the morning, don't they fire him, oga, go and find job, go and find something to do, give him better pressure, you will go outside there and look for a job. But because he knows my wife is so loving, my wife is so kind, 1 year will pass, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, he's home, eating. Okay, there is a story of a woman that said since her husband lost her job, he doesn't sweep the house, or he doesn't cook, or he does nothing. In the morning, he will just eat. He will now go outside and be playing Ludo with his. I was like, so when he was now doing all these things, what exactly was your reaction? She said she has a business that is booming, so she was now she was now carrying the load, hoping that he would change. I was like, just like that? She said yes. I didn't say what I have in mind, because there is no way you will just sit at home eating, then you take your bath, then go outside and go and play Ludo. Yeah? The pressure what I go do, nobody go tell you say make you just go find something. But because of women, they are too lenient, so I guess, or too kind-hearted, a bit compassionate, whatever. That's how you see story of that lost his job, and he has been at home for 9 years, 8 years, 10 years, whereas the wife will be the one footing all the things. Okay, even if the man is, trying to help out at home, maybe cook, look after the kids, and that one would have been better. At least when you remember that, at least since he lost his job, he has been helpful in terms of running the home. It will help you feel better. But some of them don't. Once they wake up in the morning, they will eat, take their bath, go outside and be gisting with their friends. And of course, because they know their wives will allow such, they know they are married to hard-working women, money women. So sometimes you trying to be that supportive or footing the bills will even end up turning your man into a lazy person. So as you are trying to be that supportive wifey, know your limits. If your man is doing well, allow him to play roles. Be a feminine woman. Don't go and be showing masculinity. Oh, I can do it. Oh, I can do this. Oh, I can do it. Oh, I have money. Oh, if your kind of man is the kind of person that kind of truth upsets, he will just leave everything for you. So the moral of what I'm trying to say is, first of all, study the kind of person you are living with or you are dating. Get to know his mentality towards having money, towards your success, towards your success. That will enable you know the things to tell him. That will enable you know how to deal with him. That will also enable you know how to share good news or how to protect yourself and your money. Because you can't be married to a man that is doing well and you are the one footing all the bills. It doesn't make sense. So allow a man to be a man. Allow him to do his job. Be supportive, but know your limits. Okay? Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay? For more educative videos. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay? If you don't want your man to turn you into a breadwinner, study his mindset, study his attitude towards when you tell him good news. How does he react when you tell him, oh babe, I just got promoted in my work? How does he react when you tell him, oh, I made so much sales today in my business? How does he react when you tell him, oh, my mom called me and said she wasn't fine, so I decided to send her some money so she can go to hospital? Or I just sent some money to my dad. I don't even feel all these informations are necessary, but some women, when they are in, they talk too much. So knowing the mindset and attitude of your spouse will enable you know how to protect yourself if you don't want to be turned into a breadwinner. If he's that kind of person that get upset or start behaving somehow, he gets to know that you got promoted or you are making so much money, bridle your tongue, hide your money, support when you feel like supporting. Okay? Just go and be showing him you are capable, It does not work for every person. For some men, they feel so happy when they see that their wives are doing well, excelling, growing, getting promoted. Whereas for some men, they feel insecure. And the moment they feel insecure, they start looking for a way to cripple you financially. That is why some will end up turning their wives into a breadwinner. To make sure that at the end of the day, you don't have anything to your name. So you have to study the kind of person you are married to. That's one thing I like about myself, is that when it comes to dealing with humans, both male and female, I will first of all study you, know the kind of person you are. That will enable me to know how to relate with you. And for a woman to be able to do these things, you have to just keep love aside and use your brain. Because sometimes when women are in love, they forget their senses. They forget their senses. That is why some women will just go and take with their family matter to their husband. You just met a man, you are dating, you're already telling him all the terrible things going on in your family. And you wonder why he respects you easily. It's because some of them, when they are in love, they lose their senses, forgetting that you are supposed to keep some certain things to yourself. Because at the end of the day, you are still the one that gets hurt. We live in a society that is not that much favorable to women, not how educated you are. So it is left for you to learn self-preservation. You have to learn self-preservation. That will enable you to protect yourself. Love, but still love with your senses intact. That's the only way you can protect yourself. You will see some women, they will tell you, I don't have this, that. It's just because some of them don't use their senses. Because you cannot tell me that, in fact, I don't even know what to say again, but all I'm trying to say in this video is learn self-preservation. Monitor the attitude of the person you are dealing with. How does he react when you tell him good things going on in your life? How does he react when you tell him you got promoted in your place of? How does he react when you tell him you are making so much money in your business? When it comes to boyfriend and girlfriend, how does he react when you tell him that, yeah, you just finished your BS, you want to do your master's? How does he react? Is he happy, or does he feel your position ends in the kitchen? Because it's this type of people you will marry, and tomorrow he will tell you to become a housewife, and that a woman is supposed to do this or do that. So learn self-preservation. Be very observant. Be very observant, especially when they are in the midst of their friends. The kind of conversation they are having, things that he says, his utterances, enable you know his mentality and how to protect yourself. So don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and always use your brain. Okay? Bye.